Hey guys, good evening. Um, Tonight's Thursday night, October 3rd, 2024. And, it's been a pretty tough week for a lot of people. Well, I guess not even a week now. Got lots of people up East Tennessee, over to North Carolina that are in a bad way. Homes completely gone. From what I said, small towns completely gone. I'm not even sure what the death toll and missing is right this minute. I do know that Lance, the owner of WHMC Guns, along with another group of men, along with a group of guys, they are boots on the ground, and they're in somewhere outside of Asheville, I believe, working on clearing roads and getting transportation paths open for relief supplies. But truth be told, all of us wish we could be there helping. But he did do that, or he's doing that. We'll be up there through, I think, Sunday.
Yep.
At some point tomorrow, we will be announcing a joint effort with other people within the industry to try to help with the relief effort over the long term. It's and a lot of these things you get help, and you get an influx of help and donations and things early in the event, and then that kind of dribbles and dribbles and dribbles off. And these are long term. There's long term needs. There's need. When the media is not talking about it anymore, and the pictures aren't all over the internet, and it's been some time, and you've had other things happen. There's still needs that are going to be there. So several of us talked about that last night, and we had wanted to bring this. We wanted to bring up some things tonight, but it's just they're in the process of being worked out. And tomorrow or Saturday, we will be making that announcement to everybody, and doing what a group of us can do to try to help. But with that said, I want to talk about something that's out in the headlines today.
Eric Ferguson says hi.
Hey, Eric.
Harry and Cindy say hi.
Hey, guys.
John Miller says hi, guys. What's up? Prayers for our friends in East Tennessee, North Carolina.
Absolutely, John.
All right. I didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys looked at the headlines today or anything, but I was glancing through them, drinking a cup of coffee, and it seems now we have spent federal government and Mayorkas, the criminal. We got the head of the Department of Homeland Security is a fucking criminal, traitor. It's my opinion.
I know.
Not necessarily that of WHNC Guns or its affiliates. That's Tom's opinion. But he come out today and said, "Hey, we have spent so much money, and we are continuing to spend so much money on the illegal aliens that his people are letting in the country. 1.7 million of which are said to be threats to national security. Well, we're funding that to the exclusion of we have no more money for hurricane relief. We're run out of money for hurricane relief. So American citizens that pay in this money work, pay taxes, or if there's anybody that's do a little help, it's them. Now they cannot have that. And they're saying they're not going to be, probably not going to be able to supply that, and they don't have the money to supply that because they gave it all away to criminals. Think about it. When you illegally cross the border, you become a criminal. You broke the law, and that's the definition of a criminal. So we gave it away to criminals. And you have Janet Yellen defending this position.
I just don't understand why we can't take care of our people. The United States citizens.
I don't understand how anybody can vote for a damn Democrat.
Eric said that makes him really mad. He said they need to stop sending it to other countries and help our people.
Amen. That's kind of my rant, guys. I usually don't try to rant, but this is, there's some things that just played out pissed me off.
Harry said it's sickening that we need to send billions to other countries and don't help our own.
Yeah, we're funding a war in Ukraine.
Nathan Smith, over $9,000 per immigrant, $750 for hurricane victims. Yeah.
And who knows if they'll see that $750.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. What's going on up there right now is state funded and privately funded. Samaritan's Purse is dropping a ton of money up there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just out of the love for Christ.
Diane did say hello up there. I was reading all the other stuff.
Hello. So forget about our people and give everybody else America's money.
That's the way it sounds.
And then you got these people that, let me call them what they are. They belong to the Democratic Party. They're socialists, they're communists, they're destructionists, progressives.
John said anyone that votes blue must be proud of our current administration.
Okay. Our current administration has appointed one Supreme Court justice. Okay? And she is out there right now on record complaining all over the country about the First Amendment. And John Kerry, high-ranking Democratic member of several Democratic administrations, is out here complaining the First Amendment is tying the government's hands to control speech.
It's there.
Wait a minute. That's exactly what it's meant to do.
Exactly. I don't need the government to control my speech.
The Constitution is here to tell the government what you can't do this.
Exactly.
It's not a limitation on citizens, it's a limitation on government. So now we have high-ranking people in the Democratic Party. This is not just me talking. Go to CNN, you can go to MSNBC, you can go to NBC, ABC. I'm not talking about the conservative networks, y'all. I'm talking about the most liberal out there. And they're carrying these stories. We have to get, now it's a war on the First Amendment because there's hate speech. They're talking bad about the immigrants, the illegal immigrants, or they're talking bad about this, or they hurt somebody's feelings. So now we have to control that speech. You see, we've told you all along this is not just a Second Amendment fight.
Mm-mm.
The same people that hate the Second Amendment hate everything in the Constitution and everything that makes America America.
Nathan Smith said every country looks at us to save everyone, wars, natural disasters, etc. Like Trump said, half NATO countries don't do anything.
Well, so guys, a vote. We got to vote. We got to make sure that people understand if they're not registered to vote, they need to be, and they need to be informed on the issues, not partisanship, not BS, not made up stuff. True, hard fact.
Yep.
Because you can verify everything that I'm talking about tonight through the liberal media, the most liberal out there. Because I took my comments, the stuff I'm commenting on, straight off their articles.
You did.
And believe it or not, a lot of these people, even these so-called journalists, who the First Amendment should be the next thing to Scripture to them, are supporting their socialist masters.
Yep.
Guys, we have one chance left at the ballot box. There are millions of gun owners and conservatives and people that care, that are not even, or tend to care, that aren't registered to vote and won't bother to go to the polls.
We need to get out there and vote.
And then a bunch of those that will are going to listen to the garbage that's out there and never research a fact for themselves. Somehow we have to defeat that this time. I mean, literally, America's at stake. When you have John Kerry, when you have a sitting Supreme Court justice out there saying, we have to do something about this First Amendment, because it won't let the government control speech, which is exactly what it's meant to do. It's meant to keep the government from controlling speech. That's its purpose for being. And we have these people going, oh, that's a problem. We got to get rid of this. We got to modify it. We got to do something.
No, they don't.
A sitting Supreme Court justice that will be there for the rest of her life.
That's terrifying.
You have what's this? One of the Democratic congressmen has just introduced a bill to stack the Supreme Court. Add 6 more justices. I mean, guys, America's under attack in more ways than one.
Yes, it is.
And whatever label you want to put on these people, progressive, communist, socialist, whatever, believe me, what they want is good for them and not for you.
That's the truth.
And we see our people, American citizens, suffering. Veterans, the people in natural disasters, all this so that we can give money away to people who hate us. And I'm gonna make one more note on this, and then I'm moving on to other things. We actually have people out there right now that consider themselves to be queer, transgender, or whatever it is, whatever the acronym is. Okay, that's great for them. But you have a segment, not all of them, but a segment of that population that's out here burning things, throwing fits for Palestine, to support Hamas and these people. And I'm not just talking about a group of people because of what they do or what they believe. I care less. That's their business.
It's their right.
It is their right. And you know what? I'll fight to give them that right.
Exactly.
What I'm talking about is these people's mindset is so screwed up. This segment, not everybody that goes for it. This segment, what they call themselves, Queers for Palestine or something
like
is
that.
the name of the organization. the very people they're standing up here pissing on the U.S. about would cut their heads off
For their beliefs.
because of what they believe and practice. But yet, you know, even here in the U.S., those people that don't agree with it still say you got the right. That's yours.
Mm-hmm.
Be happy, whatever. But these people are out there protesting and arguing against the people that want to grant the system that's granted them the freedom to be able to do this in order to support folks that would literally chop their head off. That's their law. So don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about any groups of people or what their behavior or belief is. I'm talking about this one group of people that we've all seen on the news and them holding their signs. And we're talking about the mindset that would drive a group of people, whatever that belief may be. It don't matter what the belief is. Let's say I believe in Jesus, and they say we're going to kill all Christians. And I stand up there and go, bad Christians, great Hamas. I'm kind of stupid because they're going to cut my head off. I'm just trying to make a point of how, because that one community, I have lots of friends in that community.
Mm-hmm.
People I think the absolute world of, love them to death.
Our family.
And I can promise you their mindset is not there.
No.
Because some of us were having this discussion today, and all of us were sitting there looking at each other, shaking our head, going, I don't get it. So, guys, we have to be, I don't know how to term it. Stupidity, idiocy. It's not ignorance, because ignorance just means lack of education, and they can have, we have that available
But they choose not to educate themselves.
on whatever. So, this is one of those where even traditional liberals are scared of that wing of their own party.
Yeah.
But yet you've got people that hate the other gentleman running so badly that they give up on their own beliefs to support the idiots. I don't know, guys. I really don't know.
Let's get your blood pressure back down a little bit.
But anyway, thank you for letting me rant. I'm sure everybody probably just turned it off. Yep. Chef's saying pretty much everybody did just turn it off.
Well, they may be watching it later.
Anyway, we're going to move on from there. Thank you for letting me rant. Again, let's just remember those in the affected areas with the floods. And, the fact if you look out in the Gulf right now, I think there's another one or two stirring.
Yep.
So, I mean, who knows what's going to happen. So now we're going to get past that. We don't know what's going to happen there, but that could be a major affecting on, of course, relief efforts going on.
Yes.
We do, I saw tonight that they've agreed to end the strike.
That's good.
So, supposedly, I think what I was reading is they'll go back to work tomorrow.
So all these people that panicked about the toilet paper, because I've seen those posts all over the place, people buying up all the toilet paper and paper towels again. Shelves are bare. That's panicking.
Prepare, don't panic. Anyway, so that's gonna take a minute to sort itself out.
Mm-hmm.
With the amount of freight that's coming through, and what's it been, 3-4 days? 4 days they didn't work, 4 or 5 days. There's going to be a lot of back. There's going to be some back.
You can think about all them Timu packages sitting out there, just waiting. People can't get their Timu right now. I'm sorry,
but-
that was bad.
You know, hopefully that backlash won't be too terrible.
Let's hope not.
Um,
Mr. Hilliard popped on.
what's up, Adrian? But I think, you know, there's still going to be some back. There's still going to be a little, you know, we can still see a little backlash, but hopefully that's not going to be near as serious as it could have been. However, I think we need to look at this as that shot across the bow. Kind of dodged one this time. So if you're not prepared, don't be the people running out buying all the toilet paper. Be prepared, not panicked.
That's
Okay?
right.
Sit down and literally make you a list. You know, 3 days.
Nathan Smith, uneducated people. We don't import toilet paper. Those port employees make a lot of money. We don't. Why are you out there buying up all the toilet paper when we don't import that? Makes no sense. Eric said to shop like a millionaire. Eric said shop like a millionaire.
But, you know, you sit down, you make your list 3 days, 10 days, whatever. And you fill your 3-day list for preparedness. Then move forward and fill your 10-day. Then maybe your 20-day and then a 30-day. And you do it reasonably, not all at once. You do it in steps. You do it in a measured way.
Soft Taco has joined.
What's up, Mikhail?
By the way, the chili was amazing.
Absolutely. A little bit warm on both ends.
He said TP from goodness gracious.
So being prepared, make that list. Y'all figure out what you got to have for you and yours. Okay?
Yes.
And then figure out what you got to have to keep it. Because you get down that point, you're going to find that after that 3rd or 4th day, 5th day, what it may be, there's going to be other people that didn't think wisely and think it's a good idea to go take other people's stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I understand there's some of that going on up in North Carolina now.
Yep. I watched a video on that.
And it seems like they were all from south of the border or Islamic countries. The one I saw.
The one I saw was a lady said, you know, some of these people don't want to be out there having to do that, but they're desperate. They don't have anything,
Well,
so they are going in and taking it. They didn't say who the people were. Just
okay.
doesn't make it right.
So because I prepared, and I have my family and I taken care of, and you didn't. You went on vacations. You blew your money on this. You did whatever. You didn't prepare. You can come take it from me because you're desperate. No.
Santiago here has a wonderful tip. Use old socks. You can wash your socks if you have to use old socks. It's your reusable toilet paper.
Oh.
We need to lighten this up a little bit.
Okay. I mean, that one just caught me. So anyway, prepare, don't panic. Ammo took a little bit of a wah through there. Mm-hmm. And I'll try that again so everybody gets it. A wah
Yes.
through there. you are already seeing some places bracing. You know, we have 2, 3 distributors that there are different places we look, and they had already went to call for pricing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And yeah, we thought that's a little premature.
Yeah.
Um,
Diane said use the seashells.
Look, I'm like Sylvester Stallone. Give me that machine, I'll cuss at it. So anyway, ammo, I think it's as stable right now as it's gonna get. I keep telling people, you know, with the antimony and the nitrocellulose imports being cut off.
Not alimony. Antimony.
Antimony.
Okay.
Antimony. That's what I wrote.
It is.
And the nitrocellulose imports being cut off. Um, you know, that's just going to be a hard stop. Rock along, rock along, rock along, stop. And there ain't going to be nothing to push it forward because you're not going to have 2 of the key ingredients. What's that?
Michael again. Bag of shop rags, $3, wash and reuse.
There you go. So ammo, ammunition, those type of things. I would be looking to pick some up within reason.
We have seen
Within
that.
reason.
I have seen those people, you know, some made comments, you know, he said, you know, I've got enough,
But I'm gonna buy
but
4 or 5 boxes.
I'm going to buy a few more. And when he comes in next week, he said he'll buy a few more.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way it needs to be done. So,
And anyway,
John said just don't use those in the shop first. Talking about the rags, the shop towel. Oh my goodness.
I understand.
This is,
I understand we're on toilet paper tonight.
yes.
Okay, NFA update. Things are still coming back pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing fluctuations, a little stronger fluctuation right now in availability.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, availability had kind of moved up, and I kind of see it doing this. So that tells me that that sales are going up incrementally. Submissions are going up. We're starting to see the first part of that wave of people that only come into gun shops in the fall, and they're just now finding out you can get suppressors back fairly quickly.
Yes.
So you know we're seeing that. I think that's going to steady increase.
And I don't know if people saw my post earlier today. We have a new kiosk. You can come and do
Yes.
everything here again.
Yes, the new kiosk is in the house. It's set up.
It's pretty. It's
It's,
fancy.
it is live and waiting for you.
And again, I want to thank the guys at the range for stepping in and
Absolutely.
helping us out while ours was down. By helping out and not charging our customers to let them use their kiosks.
And you know, then we had several people come back afterwards, I think, and talk to you and talk about how nice they were
Yes.
treated, and we appreciate that, and you know, so you know, we want to shout it out. You know, we got a great 2A community here.
We do.
You know, you don't have gun shops pissing and moaning at each other. We all get along. We're all friends. We're all willing to help one another. And you know, sometimes I don't know, you know,
You're right,
that's
John.
good for everybody.
John said it's a good place to shoot. I've
It is.
shot there many, many times.
It is. And for people that want to do their handgun carry permits, or you know, I know I think Chip's doing like some church security team training.
Yes, I
and
saw that.
some things like that. Great resource. Great resource.
Mm-hmm.
And we do appreciate them.
Yes, a lot.
So, guys, on NFA stuff, ticking up, ticking up, ticking up. Not if you so if you're thinking about something, especially if you're particular. I want this.
I want a 9mm can. That's it. That's all I want to shoot.
Well, I'm talking about being really particular.
Oh, like I want a specific brand.
Yeah, I want
See,
I want a Dead Air Nomad 30.
and if you want the TI with that's a specific color, sniper gray,
or whatever,
they do have that. But
if you're if your wants are that specific, I would say let's start having these conversations. Okay. Especially, think about this. It's hard to wrap your mind around. This is October 3rd.
yes, it is.
We're in the 10th month of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So, especially if you're thinking about these things like Christmas, or if you're thinking about like opening of deer season, or some of these that kind of may, even to you, like they do to me, sound like, oh, that's down the road a piece. No, it's not.
It'll be here tomorrow.
It's really not. So, if you're thinking along those lines, let's start having those discussions, so that we make sure that you get what you want and get it in the time frame that you need it in. Commercial time, TFA and GOA. If you haven't joined, go do it. We're going to need them more than ever right now.
Yes.
We're really going to need these guys. We're going to need them well funded and ready to fight. So, if you haven't joined, TFA, Tennessee Firearms Association, GOA, Gun Owners of America, just do it. Just do it.
John, be patient. It is the next item on his list.
What's that?
He said, Tom, let's talk about the sale coming up next Friday and Saturday.
It literally is.
It literally is the next thing on his list.
October 10th and 11th. That's a week from tomorrow.
I thought it was 11th and 12th.
It is 11 and 12. I'm sorry.
Yes.
October 11 and 12. It's a week from tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We have, you guys know we have about three big events a year.
Mm-hmm.
We have National Defiance Day.
Yes.
Have the Fall Freedom Festival.
Uh-huh.
And we have Black Friday.
Yes.
Okay. And that's usually about how big it runs. The National Defiance Day will be pretty good because it's early in the year. People aren't really thinking about it. But it'll be a good event, and there'll be a lot of people show up. The fall show, the fall event, is normally when we got lines. And, of course, Black Friday we have lines.
Yes.
This year, hey, we're doing it up. We'll open the event to the public at Friday at 9 a.m.
Not tomorrow, guys.
No,
Next
a week from tomorrow. A week from tomorrow.
Repetitive.
Huh?
I'm just being repetitive.
Oh, getting people back.
We did, and going up and down.
Okay.
Harry, you know you love our events.
So, who's going to be here? We're going to have, of course, our good friend. We have those guys that always come in, those manufacturers that are always here for the events. And they're always happy to get to West Tennessee and support the event. And, like Browning and Winchester and Springfield and Night Force and usually SDS. I haven't heard from Tim. Last I heard, he was coming, but I haven't. He's been on the road a lot lately. I haven't talked to him, but they're always good to support the events.
Yes.
We'll have Mountain Billy. Did I get it right?
I think Mountain Billy
Gun Labs.
Gun Labs.
Here, we'll have Dead Air. We'll have AB suppressors, Tecto knives,
Pristine.
Pristine Technologies, Craddock Precision.
We always
Last I had heard, now I haven't talked to her because, and this probably won't, but Wooks I knew had planned to attend, but of course Sarah lives in Hickory, North Carolina, and thank God thanks she's okay. She happened to be out at TriggerCon, and she lives on an upper level apartment.
That's good.
So, but I kind of have serious doubts as to whether she'll make it. It would be amazing
Yes.
to have Sarah Hedrick from Wooks here, but they were scheduled to be. But if she, is not able to make that, I mean, you got to understand that. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Hell, how do you get here?
Yeah.
Some other people that's coming. I don't know.
We'll remember after we cut off the cameras.
Yeah, I mean, we will.
That's how it always works.
You gotta look where you got it right now. Go, oh shit! How did I overlook that
Yep.
or whatever? Will be door prizes. Be some pretty cool door prizes. Sure, the manufacturers will have giveaway stuff. A lot of it's already coming in.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some sales, some great sales. I'm afraid to say too much on here or they will throw me off
Yes.
because we don't sell on Facebook
Nope, we don't. Or Instagram.
or
YouTube.
Instagram or YouTube or anything. By the way, we're just having to film these and put them on YouTube rather than go live, because if I touch a gun during the video, YouTube goes through and blasts the whole thing and eliminates it and destroys it, and
we get a bad mark.
yeah. So all we can do there with YouTube on the lives, like for this, is
Talk. Don't touch any guns.
Or when we're doing the Thursday night, we just have to post it.
Yep.
Afterwards.
I will do that.
So anyway, Fall Freedom Fest. Believe me, there's some stuff you don't want to miss. Yes, we'll be doing the up to 80 and 90% things again.
But if you listen to the local radio stations and
WBBJ and
TV,
and
you're gonna see what's gonna be on up.
It's gonna be,
David Brash wants to know if we got any G17Ls Gen 5.
yeah,
We do.
sure do.
Right over there in the Glock cabinet.
Yep, on this end.
Yep. I can see
About
it.
right in the middle. About right in the middle.
Yep.
Yes, we do. But I can tell you there's going to be ammo. There's going to be some great buys on some guns. If you're not familiar with the Tecto knives, you need to come check those out. It's a great blade.
They are.
Of course, Night Force Optics, you guys know who that is. You know what that is. You just need to come take advantage of it. Pro Shot cleaning products.
Coffee.
We should have a full array of coffee in by then.
Yes. Yes.
Right now we got a couple of blends that we're running down on, but the coffees, the hats, the patches,
Got a few shirts.
a few T-shirts left.
And actually, we've got 2 blue ones and extra large, which I didn't realize we still had some of those.
Okay, so 2 blue left and double X.
Yes.
Double X. Giveaway stuff. You know, of course, we will give away 2 to 4 guns over the course of the weekend.
Tom is drinking Raptor.
Yes, I am drinking Raptor.
And I would show you the bag, but it's in the trash. It was the last one we had. If you can't get Raptor in the next couple of days, it's Tom's fault.
But if you come up, we'll have a cup together.
Yes. Yes. We will fix you a cup of coffee.
But the only reason I went ahead and started on this one is they said they were shipping some like tomorrow or something.
They're shipping it out tomorrow.
So, yeah, like I said, scopes, ammo, slings, guns,
ARs.
Yeah.
ARs. Yeah.
They're gonna be ARs.
We got ARs.
We're gonna have some 399s.
Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Harry wants to know if we got any goodies to spruce up a Ruger 1022, like new bolts or barrels.
Oh yes. Oh yes. And I've got some of those back there. I'm gonna bring out for the weekend. Some pretty cool stuff for 1022s. I've got back in the hidey corner.
Yep.
So yeah, 11th and 12th October, 9 to 5. Be here.
You don't want to miss it.
Be here. You don't want to miss it. So now let's get down to tonight's, what we're going to talk about. That was Random Thoughts, and it went for 45 minutes.
Well,
So
sometimes your random thoughts get away from you.
So we're going to do this next part fairly quickly. Okay, guys, we've talked about a lot of different things. We talked about what's up with subsonic and supersonic. We've talked about, do you carry around in the chamber or not? Tonight we're going to talk about the importance of bullet selection. And the things we need to look for in selecting bullets, and kind of the thought process behind it. So I broke it down into really 4 categories. The category of self-defense, hunting, match or competitive shooting, and practice. Okay? So if we do that and we look at practice, most of the time we're looking at bulk style ammo.
Eric wants to know if you got the BCGs in.
Yeah,
Yes.
think so.
Is that what's in that box?
I think, yeah.
Yes, he got those in.
Supposed to be in that box.
Box full. Go ahead. Sorry for interrupting.
No. Eric can interrupt me anytime.
Okay.
For practice, usually we look at the less expensive bulk style ammo. Like usually with a full metal jacket bullet, that type of thing. And that's great. Okay? Get rounds down range without going broke. Get some live fire time on the gun. But I also want to recommend that occasionally, at least, is do some hardcore practice shooting with your carry round. Okay? Yes, I know that can be expensive. But if you
Honestly, it's no more expensive than going out for a nice dinner.
well, it's not even that expensive.
No.
Personally, I like to, for a long time I did it once a month. I would take my carry magazines. I would shoot what was in my carry magazines and replace it with fresh ammo. Then during all the COVID thing and all, I ended up having to go to once every probably 3 months. I'm trying to get back to the once a month thing. Um, but basically, depending on the gun I'm carrying, at that time I was carrying 1911. So, I carried 3 spare magazines. So I brought 3 spare 10 round magazines. So that's 39 rounds I shot once a month and then replaced them with fresh. Or even if you do it once every couple of months. But occasionally you want to run your gun with what you carry. One, you stay familiar with it because there's differences in the practice ammo is usually not loaded quite as hot. It don't have as much bang. The recoil's different, and you want to run it, make sure it's still hitting the gun or getting along. Just a good idea. But truthfully, for practice stuff, bullet selection isn't that important. We need something that runs down range, maybe doesn't get the gun totally nasty. Full metal jacket, we just need it to poke holes or to bang steel.
Harry says they try to rotate fire them every 2 months.
Okay, so now when we're match shooting, bullet selection can get really important.
Oh, yes.
Because, now we're down to fine tuning rounds. We're looking for those bullets that are built with that extra bit of care. And you guys that match shoot know, buck and a half for a projectile is not uncommon. Because we're trying to buy the best quality, most consistent, roundest bullet we can get that's consistent from round to round to round to round to round, and find the one our gun likes. So again, picking, for match shooters, they understand picking bullets and matching bullets to their gun. So what I really want to get into is these next 2 categories. And we're going to come up on hunting first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? How do I say this without being an ass? There's a whole lot of people that think they know a lot about bullets that don't. And they think they know a lot about shooting, and they think they know a lot about what it takes to kill things like deer, antelope, elk, moose. And they don't. And the longer you sit back and listen to them talk, the more you realize they don't. Guys, when we're trying to select a hunting bullet, okay? One, we want it to be of a decent size cartridge for the game that we're pursuing.
Yes.
Okay. And then we want to match our bullet to the animal. Okay. I love Nosler ballistic tips. The original Nosler ballistic tips, love them. They're great for whitetail. They're great for so many things, coyotes, whatever. But I would never dream of shooting an elk with one.
And why is that?
Because that bullet is made for really rapid expansion and energy transfer on a thin-skinned animal. And you take elk, it's a heavier-skinned animal. The hide is actually heavier.
Right.
And the bone density in construction is bigger and harder.
So you need something different for that.
So you need something that's not designed to basically hit and start, explode. You need something that's going to punch in, that's going to penetrate, but still give some expansion. So it's one of those things of doing a little homework, and you go, well, man, Yeah, I tried some of those nice little partitions, getting ready for my moose hunt, but they would only shoot an inch group out of my gun. Okay, but if I take this I don't know, Sierra Match King,
Mm-hmm.
it's shooting a quarter minute out of my gun. Okay, guess what? Neither one matters. Here's the difference. That Match King that's shooting a quarter minute out of your gun, placed through the animal's heart and lungs, is probably a lost animal. Now there's going to be 100 people. I've shot them with match bullets and it's okay. You're an exception. Those bullets are not made to expand. The hollow point has to do with flight characteristics, not expansion.
We'll see you next week, Harry.
Night, Harry. And big deal. It'll shoot a quarter MOA. That's wonderful. Great. Wonderful gun, wonderful load. But the bullet is not good for taking game. On the other hand, over here, we got this nice little partition, and they've never been known to be the most accurate, the tightest grouping bullet in the world. I mean, hell, it's probably 70-year-old technology. But they have been known and are still known to be one of the deadliest on game bullets to ever be out. And let me tell you something, if you're holding an inch, okay, you're holding an inch, and you're shooting a bullet constructed for the game that you're hunting, you got nothing to worry about. Go hunting. Quit worrying about this quarter-inch match load. That at the end of the day, yeah, you could maybe put a bullet between his antlers or give him an earring hole. Okay? But the odds of shooting and losing that animal are very high. Or you can take this over here, you're gonna put the bullet in his heart, his lungs, or his shoulder, in that area where you're trying to shoot. You're gonna put the bullet in the breadbasket, and then that bullet's gonna do its job, and it's gonna start disrupting all kinds of tissue, because that's what it was designed to do. And you're gonna have a nice, clean, ethical harvest. Bullet selection is the difference between disaster and utopia. And sometimes we get so tied up with the size of our group, we ignore the fact that to get there, a lot of times we're using very specialized match stuff that was never meant to be used hunting.
Right.
It's one of the reasons when we build custom guns here.
You found out what it's going to be used for.
Well, if you notice, our guarantee says our rifles will shoot 1/2 MOA at 100 yards with a factory hunting load. We don't even test with match loads because we build hunting rifles.
Right.
Now that rifle back there, yeah, I know it's a match rifle. It's not going hunting. It's not doing anything. It's a bench rifle. That's what it's built for. But even when I tested that rifle, knowing the loads that the customer wanted to shoot, I tested it With hunting type ammunition, and made sure that it would give what I said it would, and it did, and more.
Exactly.
And then we went and shot some of the match ammo, and it really showed out. Um, so in hunting, guys, select the bullet. Look at your bullet selection guides. There's actually some good information out there in those. And don't worry about if you got this load that shoots a half and this load that shoots 3/4, and this is using a match bullet and this is using a hunting bullet. That don't matter. It doesn't matter. The performance on this bullet is going to get you nice, clean harvest. Okay? So be conscious when we're picking hunting bullets. Now we're going to go up to picking things for self-defense. And boy, you can get all kinds of arguments going here. Do you go really, really light and really, really fast? Do you go, really go heavy and slow? Do you use a bonded bullet? Do you use this? Do you use... There's so many opinions on this. And there's so much data that's been compiled, and a lot of the data misunderstood. Because not that people aren't capable of understanding it, it's that they're not given enough of the data at one time to see the whole picture. I mean, if you've got a whole portrait, okay, but all they're going to show you is a square this big,
you're not really seeing everything.
You don't have enough information. You don't have enough information, right? So it's not that you lack intelligence or anything. It's lack of information, or information is held back, or that's you got this writer or this guy, this presenter that's, this is his school of thought, and so he's going to tend to major on anything
that fits
his school of thought.
Exactly.
So, a lot of times you're just not seeing all the information. Let's understand something first and foremost. In a self-defense shooting, if we're using a weapon for self-defense, which is primarily normally going to be a handgun, right? It's not about making people unalive. It's about stopping the behavior. Okay? They're bringing a behavior out that puts you in a dangerous situation or threatens your well-being or your family's well-being, loved ones' well-being. And what you want them to do is stop that behavior and stop it right now for good.
Yes.
So when we talk about self-defense, we want to figure out the key to stopping that behavior right now. Okay, you hear people say, well, folks expire all the time with 22s. Well, yeah, that's true. Not all the time, but I mean, over the years it's happened. But here's the thing. Yes, they expire. But how long did they continue to do what they were doing after impact?
Very true.
It's not whether you expire the threat.
Right. Just stopping the threat.
It's about stopping the threat right in its tracks.
Yep.
Okay? That is why a lot of times bullet and loads and the right load make all the difference. Okay? First of all, you can't stop what you can't hit.
This is true.
Regardless of the thoughts of the day, you know, you carry 18 or 19 or 20 bullets and you shoot them every one and hope like hell you hit something. I come from a little different school of thought.
You're not of the spray and pray.
No, I firmly believe in pray. But we leave spray off. I was taught that, you know, when you're in that situation and you're having to stop rude behavior, that you want to do it with as few shots as possible to cut down the threat to those around that your shots could pose. But irregardless of which side of that you take, picking the right bullet and hitting something with it is the key to self-defense. Everybody's touting, God, new bullet technology, new this. Folks, there ain't nothing new under the sun. I'm sorry. We've been playing bullets for over 100 years. If it can be done, somebody's done it to it. May not have got out in the public, may not have got a lot of glitz and glamour.
Right.
But let me tell you something, somebody's done it. There's been far more stuff worked on in development labs and in private research than's ever come on the market. But we know certain things. We know we need a bullet that can penetrate, that can expand and get ragged, get sharp, and that can be potentially stopped within the threat, or have the energy dissipated to the point that it's not dangerous once it goes through. And you know, there's a lot of good stuff for that. And you know, some people are very brand loyal and brand specific or bullet specific, and you know, that's okay. A lot of times, you know, you got a lot of Gold Dot fans. Well, Gold Dot has done very well. It's not new. It's been around. It's got actual field data behind it, and that data is pretty good. You know, Hydra-Shocks been around for a long time. Over 40 years. Lots of data behind it. Been in lots of field use. And has shown up really well. And then we see iterations of it that didn't. Same with Gold Dot, by the way. Gosh, what's another one off the top of my head? So one that's overlooked. Sierra's got, you know, their loaded ammo out now. They got the little green box Sierra Outdoorsman stuff. Actually, really worth a look.
Emails.
Really worth a look. There's, even though it seems like it's something newer to the market, it's really not. It's really not. But picking that bullet that's gonna, you know, gonna get there and gonna do the job, and it's gonna hit. You're gonna be able to hit with it. putting plus P plus in 9mm this big is less than intelligent. It's not gonna. It does nothing for you. It does not help you. It hurts you because you're not getting the velocity. And plus P plus just means it's well over pressured. Sometimes it don't mean it's going that much faster.
Right.
If you look at the actual speeds. Okay. Sometimes they run that just up there and put that stamping on it just to get you to spend more money on it. Okay. But when you're putting that stuff in a gun this big with 2 or 3 inches of barrel, it's all you've done is hurt yourself. All you've done is hurt yourself. Because the gun, you don't have enough barrel to burn the powder to get any possible performance that could be there.
Right.
Added performance. You get lots more muzzle flip, you get lots more muzzle blast, lots more fire, more recoil, and no ballistics advantage.
It kind of sucks.
It does. It sucks big time. That's why there's people, some smart people,
Mm-hmm.
for example, like the people over at SIG,
Mm-hmm.
Pete Pye Jr.,
Mm-hmm.
and a few others that have developed 124 and 115 grain, and I think Pete's got a 135 loads that are developed around the short barrel guns with powders that will, in bullets that will give the desired effect with the realistic velocity that's available. And they're a much better choice.
I believe that's what's in mine.
You know, SIG calls it V Crown.
Mm-hmm.
V Crown 365 V Crown. I think it's SIG's, and Pete's is just a 135 grain subsonic from Defiant, and then the Rose line
It's got the V crown.
from SIG. Well, the V Crown 365 is the one that was made specifically around the 365 platform.
Right.
And
It's very similar.
yeah, it's what it is. Except they're calling it the Rose.
Of course. They put it in a pretty pink box.
Yeah. So spend a little time, you know, a little education on picking the right self-defense bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't believe all the marketing hype. Don't believe all the old wives' tales. The hotter you get it, the better it is. Not necessarily.
Oh, no.
It's really not necessarily true.
You don't always need extra spicy bullets.
The bullets that will give the desired performance in a pistol that you can hold on to and shoot well and hit your target are always going to be the better choice. So moving on from there, if anybody wants to have a more in-depth conversation, holler at me. We can sit down and talk about it. We got 2 guns on tonight's Cool Guns. What? And the first one
This one's so cool.
is from Mountain Billy Gun Labs. This is the same gun we saw a few years ago trying to get out from the company. We1 Tactical.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, there was some excitement about it at that time. Basically, between Nancy Pelosi and Gavin Newsom and a few other people from that side of the aisle, they had a screaming fit. Had these people up before Congress.
Mm-hmm.
So after a lot of wrangling and this, that, and the other, It's finally out. It's called the Goat 15. And it's made by, the company is now Mountain Billy Gun Labs.
Mm-hmm. Brent Calicott says, "Hey folks, thanks as always for the Thursday night videos."
Thank you, Brent.
And Diane's Aunt Brenda's watching.
No, hey, how are you? So cool little gun, like 2 pounds. What she say? 2 pound 14 ounces, or 2 pound
Something
3
like that.
ounces.
It
don't
weighs,
weigh anything.
It doesn't. It is so light.
I think I'd rather carry this than the Sig I got on. I mean, as
know.
far as weight.
It's a lot lighter.
Um,
It might not have as much
pop.
yeah, punch
But,
as what you
yo,
got on.
if you're, if you like, coon hunting, you're chasing the dogs, or squirrel hunting where you're chasing dogs, that kind of thing, this would be so neat.
And it's threaded.
Yeah, threaded half 28.
Put a suppressor on that baby.
And
Put all your cool stuff on there. It's got the
you give Mechanic a little while, we'll figure out how to make an SBR out of it and thread it. And, yeah,
Oh,
then it will
goodness.
be fun. But anyway, these guys are going to be here in the building with us
yes,
on the 11th and 12th.
yes.
And Miss Kaylin is a very sparkly young lady.
She's spunky.
Spunky. Very spunky young lady, yes.
Felipe, I'm gonna have to ban you. You keep doing that. If you
Um,
repeat something like that again,
what?
Kamala 2024.
Son, you wait till I talk to your daddy.
Your dad would definitely not approve of that.
Yeah. Wait till I talk to your son.
Kai would be disappointed in you.
Yeah, Kai would. Yeah, Kai would say, not the daddy. Not the daddy.
That's right.
Uh, so anyway, guys, Billy Goat Labs, Goat 15.
They got cool stickers. Their logo is awesome, guys. I love it.
Will be in house with us next week,
Yes.
on 11th and 12th. And guys, come by, check it out, put hands on them, and seems like everybody picks it up and wants to take one home.
Yes.
So that's the first cool gun of the night.
And we're definitely going to have a talk with Felipe and knowing his politics.
Mm-hmm. All right. Beretta 92 XI. Single action, frame mounted safety with cock and lock.
He must be out there.
18 plus 1.
Yes,
Is that him?
I think so. Bye,
Why
Felipe.
didn't you come knock on the door?
I know.
Why didn't you come knock on the door?
Denny said it looks really cool.
Now, they call this chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip camo.
Stephanie, tell them what's significant about this.
Oh, goodness. You put me on the spot here. It is painted, hand painted by a veteran.
Disabled vet.
And he is, actually, that one it has a signed card with it. His name's Jay. I posted all the information on our Facebook page.
But yeah, the guns in this series they're basically disabled vets
Mm-hmm.
that are trying to are finding ways to I guess reintegrate, make a living,
Yes.
and not lay up and feel sorry for themselves. Get out and do something. And,
This is the second one we've had in this series.
the kind of guys that you want to support and help. So Beretta builds this, and they hand paint them.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's going to be a little bit different.
Yep. And like I said, it's not just a printed card with his name on it. You actually,
Yeah.
the card has his signature on it. It
Um,
tells you what branch he's in.
so it's a
Everything.
neat thing, when I first saw them, I was like, yeah, whatever. I didn't, you know, frankly, it didn't do a lot for me.
You know what?
However, when I found out the story behind the series and I found out what was really going on with it, I was like, yeah, this is, something that we'll have to get in there and try to support. And the more I see them, like I said, this second or third one we've had come through.
It's the combat series.
Combat series.
There you go. It actually has a QR code to learn more there.
Okay, American Combat Series. Choose from legendary camo designs and honor history while embracing excellence. So you can see here they offer a Vietnam Tiger Stripe.
Chocolate chip camo, which is this one. The DCU camo, BDU camo, and multicam.
So this particular gun, it says Beretta USA is proud to partner with Howe Arms on the limited edition 92XI American Combat Series. Founded by Richard Howe, a two-tour Army combat veteran who served in Afghanistan, Howe Arms is more than a business. It serves as a support system for disabled combat veterans and their family, offering purpose and assistance. Each Beretta 92XI pistol is meticulously hand-painted by a veteran artist, represents a story of sacrifice and service. Together, Beretta and Howe Arms honor the courage and dedication of those who served. This one was hand-painted by Jay. He signed his last name, but I can't read it. Just under the bottom says Jay. Army 173rd Airborne Division, 1st Infantry Division, and 3rd Infantry Division. So that is the kind of the quick story on these.
We've got one.
So, if you see one and you like, maybe jump in and help out some. But really neat gun. We thought that had to be part of what the cool guns, part of the show. All right, guys. Let me say one more time. October 11th and 12th.
Yes.
9 to 5.
Yes.
You want to be here. Door prizes. You never know what's going to happen.
And Tom don't know what's going to happen.
Not yet.
Not yet. Thursday night, he'll.
I've got really guys. Next week's program will be the night before, and we will take you guys behind the scenes as we're getting ready.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get to see a preview of some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a fun show. It's we're moving around. We're all over the store.
Things get a little crazy sometimes.
We'll be showing you some really cool stuff, and you'll get a backstage look, if you will. See some of the things before other people do. And with that said, I'm going to wish everyone a good night. Remember, God bless you. God bless America.